Although the shale boom means much-needed jobs coming to the valley, some people are asking at what cost to the environment. 21 News reporter Janet Rogers is back from Columbus, where some of those people were arrested today during a protest.
This is actually from property.
Members of OhioFracktion and Occupy Wall Street took their protest to the Ohio Department of Natural Resources.
If you're parked on the KFC lot, they are going to have your vehicles towed.
But they were met by police who blocked access to department heads by quickly closing the gates.
These are our public buildings!
The ODNR is supposed to be a regulatory body.
We want to make sure people actually know the realities of fracking.
Tear down this line!
ODNR roped off a section of grass outside the agency to confine protesters. Since they could not go inside, they presented a guard with a jar of water and soil from a drilling site to be tested for toxins.
I will take your demands, your concerns to them.
The guard came back about 20 minutes later to explain ODNR would not accept the samples for testing. Protesters from Youngstown, Oberlin, and other parts of the state cite this as an example of an agency that's been bought and paid for by the oil and gas industry.
The official from the ODNR actually said that he would not drink this water, but he also won't test it.
ODNR receives fees for water put into deep injection wells, such as the site at DNL, which ODNR now says was responsible for earthquakes in Youngstown. The groups have organized this protest to coincide as the gas and oil industry meets here in Columbus and as lawmakers consider legislation to deal with hydraulic fracking and deep well injection.
They're going to go and talk with industry executives, but they won't come and meet with people that have had their well water poisoned. They won't meet with people that have, been shaken up by earthquakes where they live.
But the oil and gas industry says there's no scientific evidence to show it has contaminated well water by its drilling process. The industry says deep well injection has been safely done for decades and claims the protesters would deprive the area of economic opportunities. He adds the earthquakes were a rare occurrence. In an act of civil disobedience, some protesters tried to enter what they point out as taxpayer-owned property and were arrested. They say this only strengthens their commitment to the cause. With more local news, I'm Janet Rogers.